Hi you guys, my name is Derrick Rashid and welcome to my channel.
Bring back my girl.
So we are back in the workroom after Shea's win. Shea usually gets all the critiques on the entryway back the next morning or whatever after the elimination. But this time I'm going to have to give it to Blair. I think it was Blair's belt. I don't know the look. Just go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. So Alexis goes straight in for the kill and she asks Cracker what was the point of the whole Ongina situation. And Cracker gives this kind of like apology kind of situation, and Mayhem's like, nah, like I get what you're saying, but I'm not buying it. Like it doesn't sound for real. And Alexis is like, I feel like it's all charades because you didn't really apologize while she was here. We all know Alexis is from the pageant circuit, and pageant queens can be a little bit vicious in the mental warfare, and that's starting to get to Cracker. Ru walks in and explains what the maxi challenge will be. They are essentially going to be designing a room for a hotel and having to sell that, just like the nightclub situation from a few seasons back. I do not like these challenges. I think they're dumb. I think the episodes overall are dumb that these challenges are in, but that's neither here nor there. That's not why we're here. We're here to discuss what happened on the show. Let's note that Ru's suits have been better than what's been worn on the main stage. That's all I'm saying. This time the girls do not get the chance to pick their teams. Our first team is going to be Mariah, Cracker, and Shea, and the theme that they chose for their room is going to be the Golden Gals Palace. The second group is India, Alexis, and Jujubee, and they are designing their room as Glamazon, homage to RuPaul, Glamazon. Cop out. The last group is only Blair and Mayhem, and they're doing theirs as the 24 karat experience. As we're getting ready for the challenge to go ahead and go in and decorate, we're brainstorming the idea. Mayhem and Blair are talking about how this experience seems to be going differently than the last one, aka with Cracker. Mayhem literally says that she needs to learn how to just like own up to the things that she says rather than trying to give an answer or a reasoning on why she said it. Shea also brings up the discussion about what happened last week with Cracker and Shea working together for the first time in this competition, and Cracker just goes into her whole thing about how in this experience, in this group with Shea, is completely different than it was before, and she's working with queens that she respects. And Alexis turns completely around, ears wide open, ready to jump in a conversation, and she's like, oh, so you're saying you don't respect me? And it's just this whole unnecessary thing that I'm getting from Alexis. And like I said, it could be because the whole pageant thing, but at the end of the day, when Cracker said what she said, it was in a conversation with Shea and talking about the experience from last week versus this week. And I'm sorry, like, if she didn't respect you, she doesn't respect you. That's just that. But in this particular moment, it could have been because she threw Jujubee's name in there. But I don't think it called for everything. And I'm kind of sort of glad that Shea felt the same way and decided to step into the situation, because it just seemed like it came out of left field. So just a brief rundown. We already discussed what the themes were, just my personal opinion on the rooms. The Golden Gals Palace and Resort, I liked it. I love that Shea's entry look was literally the fabric that they used. It was cute, not my first choice. The Glamazon, not here for it at all. The third room is the 24 karat experience. This is my favorite room. This is my favorite presentation. The room itself, it just looks so unnecessarily gaudy that I'd go in there just to take pictures to say that I've been there. And the staff, like, you would have to play it up to be like them. Can you imagine the Insta stories? Oh, if I had to put them in order, my first one would obviously be the 24 karat gold. Second would be the Golden Gals Palace, and third would be Glamazon. This week's main stage category is 3 looks in 1. So the girls have to give us 3 looks, so that means 2 reveals. And let's just get into it. First up, we have Blair. Blair is taking us on a time travel through the 50s up until the 70s with her 3 looks. I love them all. I love them all. My favorite one will probably have to be the Twiggy inspired one, the second look. And I have to say, the transition from the second look to the third look, her face just went completely different. The hair completely changed how the makeup looked on her. Mayhem is next. I loved her look as well. I love the color. I really loved it. I love how simplistic her reveal was from 3 looks, but my favorite would have to be the third choice, and I think it has to do with a little kitty cat wig with her little swim cap on. It just tied it all together, the shape, everything. Like, I here for it. Third, we have Miss Alexis Mateo, who comes out with a circus theme. The first look is a tent, the second look is a ballerina, and the third look is a trapeze artist. Not really here for any of these looks, to be 100% honest. Could this be because I've never gone to the circus? Maybe. Like, I'm not buying a ticket to the show, essentially, is what I'm saying. Let me not be completely negative. I did like the hair for the trapeze artist, the little drawn in little swoop thingy mabobbers. I really like that with a pullback situation going on up here. India. Did somebody call Ashley Furniture? Because, ma'am, we got a delivery. And I'm just gonna say, you can place her over there and you can place her over there, because I loved this look. I really did. My favorite's gonna be the third one. I don't know, I just like when the padding just makes the girls look thick, and that little belt thing she had drooping around the waist. The fact that I counted this girl out from the jump, I'm so ashamed of myself. Miss Jujubee is serving us the holiday seasons. She is starting off with Halloween, and then she give us Christmas, and then we get Easter. Not a fan of her looks. For this to be these 3 holidays, I have no candy in my basket, I have no dressing on my plate, I have no chocolate covered eggs. Basically, I am unfulfilled. If I had to choose one, I would pick the last one. Mariah Balenciaga is giving us brunch to dinner in a New York minute. I wasn't thrilled with her looks either overall. My favorite one would definitely have to be the first one with the feathers. To me, it was a look. Obviously, to Michelle, it was not. And the one thing I will say, though, about that look is you could see her dress flapping in the wind. And I think if it was just like nothing but leg and the feather coat thing, I think that would have been it. That would have been it. Cracker comes out giving us very much, it's an egg, is it a Lady Gaga, like what's going on? And then she blooms, blossoms, cracks, whatever, and then you see this beautiful blue dress, and then after that she goes into this sexy little get up thingy, and I'm at a toss up between the 2 looks. The last 2, I like the top of the second look and pair that with the bottom of the third look. That's a mood. That's a mood. Last but not least, we have Miss Shea Coulee giving us, how do I say this? Science class taught by Lisa Frank. That's exactly what it is, and I'm here for it. I love the presentation of the life cycle, and it's my top look of the week. And it's not because it's Shea, it's just because it's completely different from what everyone else is. My top looks overall are Shea and Blair for this week, and then I'm at a toss up between India and Cracker. I think I'm gonna put India above Cracker. I don't know, I'm just gonna have a top 4. Those are my top 4 looks this week. So we get our deliberations from the judges, and this one's a little bit weird because queens go go back first as if they're safe, but then it's revealed that they're the tops. So this is what it ended up panning out to be. Alexis and Cracker are our safe queens. Our top queens are Blair, Mayhem, and Juju. Our bottom queens are India, Mariah, and Shea. Record scratch at this moment, because when I'm watching this, I start freaking out. I start getting angry. I'm getting anxious. I'm like, how is Shea in the bottom? Our winner is Jujubee. And we have another trio that's up for elimination. So our bottom three queens are up for elimination, which means that Shea's up for elimination, which means that I'm not happy right now. My tweets, they were real pointed. They were real pointed. There's no way that Shea should be up for elimination. And what this shows to everyone who's been paying attention is that there is now a pattern. Each week, the queen who was in the top the following week, they were in the bottom and they were up for elimination. So, all I'm gonna say is, Juju, I hope that this is not the case for you. Have I said that I don't understand how Shea's in the bottom? So after the queens exit the stage, they're back there talking, and India is like, she's having a moment. All of her feelings are bubbling up and she's frustrated, and she just doesn't understand how she's giving them her and they're not really receiving it. I don't think that it's not the judges are receiving India and the aspect of the runways. I think it's heavily rooted in the challenges. As we're doing the deliberations for the queen who could possibly go home, the girls obviously bring up the idea of actually playing the game as savages and sending Shea home because she's a big competitor. And I am fuming at this point. I'm so mad because the thought, I don't know. I'm not in the situation, but I feel like I would want to beat the best if I was put into the situation. But if the opportunity came up, I understand why someone would want to send home the biggest threat. I get it. It would make it easier for them in the end. But I think I would feel unfulfilled as the winner knowing that I didn't go up against the person who I saw as my biggest competition. Our assassin this week is Monet X Change, who is the winner of All-Star Season 4. And mama looks good. I just love Monet. She came to play. Juju had no way of winning this lip sync. No way of winning this lip sync. And that just says how much of a great lip syncer that Monet is, because Jujubee is excellent. Monet wins, so she has to expose who the girls voted for, and they voted to eliminate Mariah. And I'm completely on board with this, only because to me it's the only way that it would seem fair as far as who goes on to the competition. And by fair, I mean it's kind of what I want. So the breakdown would be 5 votes for Mariah, and that is including Jujubee, and 2 votes for Shea, and 1 vote for India. So either way, Mariah was still gonna go home. You guys, that's it for this episode. My anxiety, she makes it one more week. She makes it one more week. With that being said, follow me on socials. My handles are Derrick_Rashid, just like it is with this channel, only the channel does not have the underscore. And until next time, see you guys later. Bye. Mirror, mirror on the wall. That's how I roll.